Alright, Chapter 6, Lesson 6, Multiply Decimals by Powers of 10. So let's look at our first example. It says, Josh will need to make 10 payments of $32.25 to purchase a new skimboard. What is the total cost of the skimboard? So we're going to find $32.25 times 10. So you can see they did the multiplication for us. 10, 0 times 5, all those digits is 0. Then they put the placeholder, and then they did 1 times 5, 1 times 2, 1 times 2, and 1 times 3. So when you add it all up, you have 32250. Okay? And because we have 2 digits behind the decimal, we have 2 digits and then the decimal. The non-zero digits are the same. The decimal point in the product moved 1 place to the right. So if we go back and if we look up, what they're saying is that this decimal place moved to there, which would make it 322, and then they annexed a 0. Okay, there we go. They showed that to us right down here at the bottom. Multiplying a decimal by 10 moves the decimal 1 place to the right. So you can see they drew the arrow, okay, and that put it after the second 2, and then they annexed that 0. So the skimboard costs $322.50. So numbers like 10, 100, and 1,000 are powers of 10. They can be written with exponents with a base of 10. There is 1 0 in 10, so the exponent on 10 to the first is the 1. There are 2 zeros in 100. 2 zeros. 2 is the exponent. 3 zeros. 3 is the exponent. We say 10 to the third. Okay, we covered that back in chapter 3, maybe? Okay, let's look at example 2. At the top, they say, to multiply a decimal by a power of 10, move the decimal point to the right the same number of zeros in the power of 10. This is also the same number as the exponent on 10. So remember, if you have 10 to the third, you move the decimal point 3 places. So let's try it. We're going to find 24.7 times 10 squared. So one way, since 10 squared is 100, we're going to find 24.7 times 100. And you can see they worked that out. 0 across all of the digits, and then a placeholder, and then this 0 across all of the digits. And then finally we get to the 1 in 100, and we multiply. We put our 2 placeholders, and then 1 times 7, 1 times 4, 1 times 2. So when we add all that up, zeros are 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0, 7, 4, and 2. And because we have 1 digit behind the 0, we have 1 digit behind the decimal. I'm sorry, because we have 1 digit behind the decimal, in our answer we have 1 digit behind the decimal. The non-zero digits are the same. The decimal point in the product moved 2 places to the right. So they're saying the non-zero digits did not change. We had a 2, a 4, and a 7. We still have a 2, a 4, and a 7. Okay? Our decimal was here before. It was in front of the 7, and it moved 2 places, 1, 2, to go right there. Another way is to simply move the decimal point. Multiplying a decimal by 100 moves the decimal point 2 places to the right. So we have 24.70. Okay, they annexed this 0, right? They annexed it, so they could move it 2 places, 1, 2 places to the right. So 24 0.7 times 10 squared is 2,470. All right, it's your turn to tackle the guided practice. Thanks for watching, and look to your teacher for instruction.